Getting set up, y'all. Just a minute. Give everybody time to get on here, okay? I am having trouble tonight with my video, y'all. Y'all just give me just a minute, okay? I'm trying to get it on my desktop too, okay, so I can see the comments. So just give me about 5 minutes and we can get started with a live video tonight. Okay, let's see. Let me see. It's on my phone. It should be on my computer. That's not it. So let me tag some friends right quick, okay? I think I've already got them all tagged. That's good. Great. And then that's good. Okay. Now, all right, now let me see if I can get it to pull up on my desktop so I can see some comments if y'all want us to have something to say. Okay, let's see. I can't figure out why it's not pulling up on my computer. I had trouble with that a few times ago. I don't know why. I could go live with it again. Let's see. Just give me a minute. Y'all bear with me a minute, okay? Let me get this thing going here. Okay, let's see. Got to be some way to get it live here. It's just a minute. We'll get it going here. I hope everyone's having a great day. Are y'all doing good today? I hope so. Okay, let's see. Well, is it not pulling up on here? Okay, I'm trying to get it. Just give me a few minutes, y'all, okay? Why is it not pulling up? That was from last night, so where's tonight? Let me see if I can get it to go live. That way I can see it on here too. Except, Jim, just give me a minute, please. Oh, I don't want to create a live video. Let's see. Choose the video type. Let's go this one. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm always taking so long to get started, aren't I? But I like to see where I can see the comments too on here, so it's not pulling up my camera so I can go live on the desktop. I don't know why. I hope y'all don't have as much trouble with these computers as I do. I used to didn't know a thing about a computer, but Clarence has taught me everything I know about them, except what I learned on my own after he got me going. Okay, let's see now. Come on now, get on there. Let's go. I want to go live, and it's not letting me go live. It's not pulling my camera up. Okay, why is it not pulling my camera up? Okay, hang on. I hate to waste so much time, you know, getting it started. Is anybody on yet? Let me know if you're on yet. I'm waiting. Trying to go live on my desktop, and it's not pulling up. It wants me to invite people live, and when I do that, then it calls everybody, and I don't want it to call everybody. I want them to just get on there with me. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Angel. I was trying to get it on my desktop so I can see all the comments real good, and that way we talk back and forth if y'all want to. It's hard to see it on my phone. I know it's kind of late, y'all. Okay, let's see. Why is it not pulling in? Okay, it's not doing it. So I guess we can just go ahead and do it without me seeing it on Facebook. I mean, on my desktop. Oh, there it is. There it is. After all that hunting, there it is. Oh, just took it a minute to get on there, I guess, didn't it? Okay, let me turn the volume down. Okay, now I see the comments now. So, yes. All right. We got it. Yay! Okay. Let me get some of my junk out of my way here so we can see what we're doing. Okay. Now, how about that? Okay, it's kind of late. It's like 7:36, but I was late getting on again. You know, tonight we're going to talk a little bit in Luke 19, if y'all want to be thinking on Luke 19:1, where we're going to start at. We had to go to the grocery store a while ago and just got back, and we went by and cleaned the church this afternoon and went on to Walmart. So I was a little bit late getting on tonight, but hey, it's fine, ain't it? Sometimes late's better than never. Okay? Let me get us a good view here on my camera. Okay, how about that? Is that any better? Yeah, I try not to get my bottom teeth on there. My bottom teeth looks terrible. And I hate for my bottom teeth to show on these videos, but I don't know why, but I always seem to get right where my bottom teeth shows every time. Oh, it looked terrible. Gosh. And I don't know what to do about it. Let's try it right there. Let's see if that makes it any better. Oh, it's not much better. It still shows my old bottom teeth. They look so bad. You know, the dentist wanted me to pull them out and put dentures in, and I didn't want to. So I said, do whatever you can. I want to keep them long as I can, because I have seen people get dentures on the bottom, and they usually throw them out and don't never wear them. And I said, I don't want to do that. So I want to keep mine as long as I can. Even though bad as they look, they've got so many fillings in them, and the two on each, what I call like my eye teeth, they've been crowned, and they're really white, and they stick up higher than the other ones, and makes me look like I got tushes. and my dentures on top makes my bottom look so dingy. Okay, that's enough about my dentures, my teeth. Oh, but they just look terrible. Maybe one of these days I could have them fixed, you know, but it costs us so much money to have denture work done. I've got insurance, but golly, not to do that. Not to, like, I don't know what they call it when they put the stuff over your real teeth and it make them really white. But I can't do that, so I'm going to try to hang on to mine as long as I can. And we'll see. I just try not to get them in my camera as much as possible, but sometimes I can't help it. Oh. Oh, y'all, I don't know about y'all, but last night I come in my bedroom and lay down and watched the video I did last night, because I always go back and watch them and see what I said, because a lot of times I never know what did I say. I go back and look at it, so I did watch that, and I think I was watching, I think it was Benny Hinn, and it was still before 10, I think it was. And I fell asleep, didn't even get under the cover, didn't turn my overhead light out, didn't turn the TV off. And I just went to sleep and woke up middle of the night and I was cool, so I grabbed my cover and threw it over me. I was so sleepy and I still didn't even get up to get into bed. And I slept till 9 o'clock this morning. I said, what was wrong with me? I slept that long. I don't know if it's because I've been sick and my body's just weak and tired, but that's a long time to sleep. Oh, so anyway, that was last night and this is tonight. And I hope I read over this just a little bit. I ain't studied on it, so I hope it's a good lesson today for us. And I hope I can tell what God would have me to tell y'all today, okay? Just pray for me that the words that God would have me to say would come out of my mouth. Not what I want to say, but what God would have me to say. And God is so good. How many knows that God is so good? Okay. We're going to do a quick, I'm going to say again, we're going to do a quick Bible study. How about that? And I will just speak and see what comes out, because I never know what's going to come out. Whoop, it's cheer right here. It won't throw you backwards, but it makes you think you're going to flip over. Hello, everyone. I was just telling everybody about my old ugly bottom teeth, that I didn't want to get dentures, so I'm trying to hang on to them things as long as I can till they start hurting me. But they're so bad, I try not to get them in my video, but I don't know why, but it always goes right to my bottom teeth. So I try to adjust my camera so it won't pick up the bottom teeth so much, but I don't know why it does. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit tonight on Luke 19, verse 1. And if y'all got any comments or anything, just let me know, and I'll try to see them here as I'm talking. Now look, I must have 2 videos going at one time. Hey, Joni. Hey, everybody. I must have mine on my cell phone live, because I started on my cell phone because I couldn't get my desktop to working. And I can see some comments on my phone, but it's hard for me to read them. But then I got it going on my desktop computer, and it's like some of the comments is not showing up. Maybe they're popping up now. All right. Yes. But anyway, like I said, I messed around didn't get up to 9 o'clock, and then messed around here and didn't do much, and then I had to go to town. They went by to clean the church. Cindy and Aiden went and helped me, and it didn't take us long. We pitched in. Aiden wanted to clean the toilets. I couldn't believe it. That baby, I call him a baby. He's 13 now. He wanted to clean the toilets. I said, okay, you start in a men's bathroom and I'll start in a women's, or either I'll do the men's, because men's is usually worse than a women's. But he said, no, I'll do the men. So he got in there and he jumped in there and he started cleaning them toilets and cleaning them sinks. Oh, they were a big help. I love to see him get in there and clean God's house and that excited about doing something like that. And Allie vacuumed a little bit. Anyway, didn't take long. We got it done. And we had to go to Walmart and the grocery store and buy a few groceries before it gets really bad. Close to Christmas, it's going to get worse. So it's hard to get anything without having to fight the crowd. Cindy got to go back to work tomorrow. Kids went back to school today. And anyway, I hope everyone's had a great day. Well, I'm glad he went, Shannon. I'm glad your dad went. I hope he got a great doctor's report. We are doing live prayer over this now on these videos. So if you need any prayers, let me know and we'll pray for him or anybody that needs prayer. Cause we're gonna start doing live prayer on here. Cause sometimes you ever notice sometimes you'll see somebody said, "I'll pray for them. I'll be praying for you." You won't even remember that till next week, and you'll say, "Oh, I forgot to pray for that person." So, maybe why God says start praying for him right then on here. Oh, I hate to hear that, Shannon. To mention that is a terrible disease. My late husband had that, and it's horrible on the body. Takes a lot of patience if you're taking care of him. It takes a lot of patience. But it's a rewarding feeling too to help somebody that, it's like tending to a baby kind of. What is, Joni? Oh, my video's frozen? Okay, well, you can do it, I'm sure. You'll be glad you did. Is it still freezing up with you? Because I'm videoing off my phone. But yet I'm watching on my desktop too so I can see the comments. Well, that's good. Glad you can. Okay. I'm just kind of stalling, waiting for a few more to hop on here with us if they want to. Usually about this time of evening, I notice a lot of people's on Facebook strolling through there, seeing probably what was been said today or talking to somebody. Yes. I'm excited. You know what? But I should study. I keep telling myself I should get on here and study the word that I'm going to talk about, but before I get on here. But it's like I can't seem to do it. It's like I don't feel led to say something till I get close to time to get on here, and I open the Bible up and I say, "Oh yeah, that right there." And I'll hop on here and I'll start looking at it and say, "Oh Lord, I hope I know what this is talking about or how to explain this or something, So, so we're going to be talking tonight in Luke 19, verse 1. I bet a lot of y'all know right what it's going to be talking about. It's, a lot of the word here is got some good stories in it. Interesting. I bet a lot of people never even heard some of this stuff in this Bible. I mean, a lot of people get it and read it, glance at it, and a lot of people don't understand the word. But some of it is really easy to understand. And so I'm trying to, that's why I said I have to go back and read these look at these videos after I get done, because I said, what did I say? I hope I didn't say something I shouldn't, or sometimes I'll look at it and I say, oh my, that wasn't right. But I can't go back and fix it now. But, hello Margie. Hope everybody's doing great. I heard about your daughter-in-law's sister. I was reading about it. That was horrible. People can be so cruel to other people, can't they? That was a horrible thing. How are you doing, Margie? Are you back home now? Or are you staying with your children? Okay, yes. Okay. There's no place like home, are there? To me, there's not. I don't like going visiting and staying all night anywhere. Unless it's at a motel, and after 2 days, I'm ready to go home. If we go on vacation to the Smokies somewhere, or Florida, after that second night, I'm ready to go home. I've always been that way. You came to the Lord's House of Prayer Sunday? Yeah. Shannon, if he was like my husband, at times it's like their memory comes in for just a few minutes and then it's gone again. Okay, I'm sorry I wasn't there. I was like quarantined because my granddaughter had COVID and she's okay now. But you have to stay away from people so long. I just hope, I wish that stuff would just go back where it come from. Alrighty. If you just like getting on here, I said we're going to go into Luke 19, verse 1, starting verse 1. I know, Shannon, that's the way my husband was. At times, he'd act like he knows me, but most of the time, he didn't. There at last, he didn't know me. And but at times, a few times there, he'd just come act like he was his normal self and remember everything and tell you his life history, and then it would just leave him again. It'd just come and go. Okay, how many of y'all ever heard of ZACCHAEUS? I bet Brother Pastor Rafford has. I like that story. He likes that story too, I think. ZACCHAEUS. Okay, I guess we can get started. Don't want to keep y'all on here too long. If you got any comments, let me know. And if you got anything to tell us, let us know. Because, hey, we're on here to learn and to, you know. Good. I'm glad you do. Okay. We're going to start reading in 19, verse 1. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know what we're going to say, but I'm just going to read it. We're going to see what comes out. What good thought God gives us. If He's give you a thought or a word, about this, let us know, because, you know. Uh-oh, I hit that button and it started talking. After I'm talking, it's saying the same things. Okay, and it says in verse 1, and Jesus entered... And Jesus entered and passed through Jericho. He passed through Jericho. Uh-oh, I'm still getting the volume over here. I don't need that. Okay. And chapter 2, verse 2 says, and behold, there was a man named ZACCHAEUS, which was the chief among the publicans, and he was rich. ZACCHAEUS was a rich man. You tell me, how many rich men will do what this man is fixing to do? How many rich people we know would do this right here? But this man did, ZACCHAEUS. You don't know what he done? Y'all want to know what he done? I'm just kidding. I'm just playing with you. Okay, let's see what he done. He was rich now. Remember, he's a rich man. And he sought to see Jesus, who he was. He sought to see Jesus, who he was. He sought to see Jesus, who he was. Did he not know him? I don't know. But it says he sought to see Jesus, who he was, and could not for the press, because he was little of stature. There was probably so many people there, and ZACCHAEUS couldn't see Jesus. He wanted to see him, see who he was, and he couldn't see him because there was so many people there pressing to see him, and he couldn't see him. And you know what this... And he says he was little of stature. That means he was a little short person. He was rich and he was short. I don't know why I'm laughing. A rich man and he's short. Okay. But he wanted to see Jesus. What would you have done if there was a crowd of people? You're a rich man. But you probably had to have been living back then, though. Rich man, and you're short, and you want to see Jesus as he's passing by, and you couldn't see him because all the people. What would you have done? Let me tell you what he done. Let's see what ZACCHAEUS did. Oh my gosh. He ran before and climbed up a sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass that way. This rich man, he was short, but he wanted to see Jesus. So he runs ahead because he knows right where he's going to be going. He ran right ahead of him, way down the road, probably from where he was coming, and climbed up a sycamore tree to see Jesus. As he passed by, he could see him as he passed by. Short man, rich, climbing a tree. How far would you go to see Jesus? Would you run and climb up a tree to see Jesus? This man was rich, and he wanted to see Jesus. So he ran down the road and climbed up a tree, sycamore tree, and he was going to see Jesus as he comes by him. What do you think Jesus did? Some of y'all know, don't you? A little short man ran and jumped up a tree. He's rich. He's rich, and he ran and jumped up a tree. He wanted to see Jesus. Lord, have mercy. Wouldn't it be awesome if people were so hungry to see Jesus now that they'd run and climb a tree just to see it? Wow, that would be awesome. somebody that hunger to see Jesus, if they would go that far to run and climb a tree. But this man did. This little man did. He had money. He had everything he needed. He was rich. But he wanted to see Jesus. He'd heard all about Jesus. He'd heard things that he'd done. And Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus. He wanted to see who he was. He wanted to see him, and he couldn't because of all the people. So he ran ahead of them and jumped up in a sycamore tree. He wanted to see Jesus. Oh, Lord, I wish these people today would be that hungry to want to run and jump up a tree to see Jesus. They don't have to climb a tree, but just to be that hungry to get in God's house to where his presence is strong. Just to be hungry to want to go to God's house. Wouldn't it be awesome? But this man, he had everything. He was rich. He had everything he needed. But he ran and jumped up a tree, climbed up a tree to see Jesus when he comes walking by. Let's see what he did now. It said he ran and began, and he ran before him, climbed up a sycamore tree to see him as he was to pass that way. Okay, and when Jesus came to the place, when Jesus came to that sycamore tree, he looked up. He looked up into that tree. I wonder if Jesus wanted to laugh just a little bit. He looked up and your first thought was like, what are you doing up in the tree? But you know, he'd have been looking and said, what are you doing up there, man? No, Jesus knew what he was doing. Jesus knew. He looked up and Jesus saw him and said unto him, Zacchaeus, make haste. Like, hurry up. Make haste, Zacchaeus, make haste. And, let's see what he said. Let me turn my page here. Zacchaeus, make haste and come down. Come down. He looked up, seen that man up the tree. I bet he's seen everything, didn't he? He sees everything. Oh, he looked up and seen that man up at that tree. Said, our first thought was say, what are you doing up there? Zacchaeus, get down, you silly thing. But no, he said, Zacchaeus, make haste, come down. For today, I love that. For today, I must abide at thy house. Hallelujah. For today, I must abide at your house. See, God knowed his heart. That man went as far as running and climbing up a tree just to see him. He knew his heart. He said, I'm going home with you, Zacchaeus. Come down. Hurry up and come down. I want to go to your house today. I want to go to your house. And Zacchaeus, he made haste and he came down and received him joyfully. Yes, he received Jesus. Yes, he was happy. And when they saw it, I guess when the crowd saw it, they all murmured it, saying that he was gone to be a guest with a man that is a sinner. People was condemning Jesus. Jesus saw Zacchaeus' heart. He said, I'm going home with you today, Zacchaeus. I'm going to your house. Oh, wouldn't you love to hear Jesus say, I'm coming to your house today. I'm coming to your house. Woo, hallelujah. Salvation has come to your house. Wouldn't it be awesome if you was a sinner? He said, make haste and come down. And he received him joyfully. And when they saw it, the crowd, they all murmured, saying that he was gone to be a guest with a man that is a sinner. What would people say about us if we went to eat with dinner with a sinner today? they'd do us the same way, wouldn't they? So what is she doing over at their house? They ain't nothing but a bunch of drunks or drug addicts or people that cusses and this and that don't go to church, you know. What would they say about us if we did that? They did Jesus like that. They would do us the same way. And when they saw it, they murmured, saying that he was gone to be a guest with a man that is a sinner. That's what Jesus is looking for, sinners. He don't want to go home and eat with people that's Christians. He wants to go home and eat dinner with the sinners, don't he? He's after souls. He was after that man's soul, wasn't he? He knew Zacchaeus wanted him. And let's see, and Zacchaeus stood and said unto the Lord, Behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor, and if I have taken anything from any man by false accusations, I restore him fourfold. See, that man was getting his heart right, and if he'd ever done anything wrong to anybody, he wanted them to pay him back. He said, I'll give half of my goods to give to the poor, and if I have taken anything from any man falsely, I'll restore unto him fourfold. See, that man done got his heart right, didn't he? Jesus went home with him. Jesus went to his house because he said, today I must abide at your house. Woo, Lord, I saw some people, I wished you could go abide at their house. Let this be the day that you go abide at some of my family's house, Lord. Yes, this day. Go abide at some of my family's house. Yes, go abide. You said, today I must abide at thy house. But he seen Zacchaeus' heart. He knowed he was welcoming him because he wanted him to. He could feel his heart, probably. He knowed his heart, and he was going to go home with him that day, wouldn't he? And the rich man changed his life, didn't he? Right then, he said, I'll give back what I've stolen. I'll give back if I've done anybody any harm. I'll repay them. He was wanting to restore things that he had done wrong. Give back. And Jesus said unto him, this day is salvation come to this house. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Lord Jesus, go to my family's house this day. This day, Lord. Go to my family's house this day. Let salvation go to their house this day. Our families. Everyone is watching. Lord, go to our family's house today and abide. Abide at their house today. So this day is salvation come to this house. Oh, Lord. Let salvation go to our family's house this day. For so much as he also is a son of Abraham. And so Jesus said unto them. Jesus was talking to him, the crowd, I guess, that was murmuring and complaining. He said, this day is salvation come to this house, for so much as he also is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. Jesus is come to seek and to save that which is lost. He'll come to our house, he'll come to Christian's house, but he's seeking the lost. When we see somebody that's willing to climb a tree, they want to see Jesus so bad that they'll run and climb a tree. This man was rich. And you know he wasn't worried about what people thought of him. So, like, what's that rich man? Oh, he's shaming himself by climbing that tree. Lord, let his servants go do that for him. Why is he doing it? No, the rich man, Zacchaeus, wanted to do it. He wanted to see Jesus. He wanted what Jesus had to give him, didn't he? Because Jesus said, today I must abide at your house. And he said, salvation is come to this house. See, that man wanted to make things right in his life, the things he's done to people. And he had a change of heart. He got his heart right with God, didn't he? When you get your heart right with God, you want to start making amends of anything that you've done wrong to anybody. You want to go to them and tell them you're sorry. You just want to repay anything if you've stolen anything or whatever. You want to fix it. You want to make it right, don't you? But Zacchaeus, salvation come to his house that day. What a great thing that happened to him and his family that day. Jesus went to his house. Zacchaeus could have said, no, you're not coming to my house. I'm a sinful man. I'm rich. I don't need you. But he didn't. He was joyfully received him, and he was glad to have him come to his house. Are you glad to have him come to your house? If you're lost, if you're a sinner, would you welcome Jesus to come to your house? Let salvation come to your household, your family, and save your household right now? If you're not ready, I pray you get ready to invite Jesus to your house. But Jesus said, for today I must abide at thy house. Those words are precious right there. He can abide at my house anytime he wants to. He is welcome at my house anytime. I welcome Jesus to my house anytime. He said, salvation come. To this day is salvation come to this house. If you haven't invited him to come to your house, let this be the day that salvation comes into your household. You know, you might be the only person that's hindering the whole family from getting their life right and going to heaven when the rapture takes place. You might be the only person, you might be just one person that could be stopping the whole family. Because a lot of times when one gets saved, the whole family will get saved. They'll come together and get saved too. I've seen it happen. But sometimes it takes one person. And that's why the devil fights that one person so hard to say, no, wait till tomorrow. We'll get our house right tomorrow. We'll get it in order tomorrow. My house ain't fit for you to come to my house, Jesus. We got too much going on in my house. I say things I shouldn't say. I do things I shouldn't say. Zacchaeus didn't. He just said he welcomed Jesus to come to his house that day. And then he started making things right in his life. Let this be the day you begin to make things right in your life, in your household. Let this be the day. There's a story in here about this woman who met Jesus at the well. And he told her that she had 5 husbands and the one she was with now wasn't her husband. And but you know, I always said she probably, Bible don't say that, but I always said she probably went home and she probably told that man, said, today salvation's coming to my house. This is my house. Salvation's coming to my house. You get your heart right with God, or you're going to have to leave. I believe that. I believe because she met the master at the well that day, and she went to town telling everybody about him. Really, that's good, Shannon. You know, when we went to Mount Zion years ago, church at Susan Moore, a lot of my family came in and got saved, and they was getting baptized. I mean, people was getting saved left and right, and then you got a few in the church that wanted to vote the pastor out because they didn't like what they was seeing. They didn't like what was going on, so they voted the pastor out, and the church went downhill. Sure did. All it takes is one or two in a church to destroy a church. All it takes. You get one tell-toter in the church. It run to the head office and complained about something, and they had a meeting and they voted him out. I don't like where a church can vote preachers out. I don't like that. But anyway, I'm glad your whole family got saved. That was wonderful. Like I said, it was me. When I went to Mount Zion, it was like it was, let's see, after I started going, I think my husband, he started going and he got saved up there. My two brothers went and got baptized. I remember who all, but we had a whole bunch of my brothers, my sisters, my brother-in-laws, and it was awesome. It was a great time. I want to see that happen again, where whole household, whole families are coming in. We haven't seen that in a while. I haven't. Might see one or two here and there, but I want to see whole households getting saved, like this man that Jesus went home with, ZACCHAEUS. His household got saved. Salvation came to his house that day. I'm ready to see it, aren't y'all? I am. But that's what I wanted to talk to you about. For today, I must abide at thy house. That's what Jesus told ZACCHAEUS. Ooh, I love that. I'm going to underline that. I like that. For today, I must abide at thy house. This day is salvation come to this house. He went home with him. The whole house got saved. That's awesome. I like that. I'm expecting. I'm expecting. I think we're fixing to have crowds to come into church. I mean, not just one or two here and there getting saved. I'm expecting a whole herd of people coming in at one time getting saved. And then they'll go out and they'll get more, and they're coming in and getting saved. I believe we're fixing to see it, y'all. I believe we're fixing to see that happen. I thank y'all for watching this video tonight, and I hope I said something, or we said something that might help you get another mile on down the road. I love y'all. I thank y'all for coming on here tonight. And you know what? Even though we're saved, most people some is saved and some might not be, but we should still be that excited about seeing Jesus. You know, getting in his presence. Like ZACCHAEUS was so excited that he ran and jumped up a tree. Didn't worry about what people thought about him. Today, too many people's worried what somebody else will think about them. If I get saved, what will they think about me? Or if I tell them I got saved, what are they going to say? It doesn't matter what they say. It's where your soul is saved and on its way to heaven. That's what matters, and that peace and joy that you have once you get saved. That's what matters, that you can lay your head on a pillow at night and not worry about where you're going if you died for morning. That's all that matters. I know, Shannon, I'll be happy when we see Jesus. It's going to be awesome. If we don't go before the rapture, that trumpet's going to sound one day or night. We don't know. And the dead in Christ is going to rise first. And we, which are alive and remain, is going to be caught up to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Woo! He said, comfort one another with those words. Yes, one of these days. If we don't go before the rapture, that's what's coming. But it could come. So you could meet him before then. But yes, the dead in Christ shall rise first. If we're alive when the rapture takes place, the dead in Christ is going to rise first. They're going to go up before we do. Then we're going to rise and rise up in the clouds, and we're going to meet the Lord in the air. Wow, ain't that going to be awesome? We got so much to look forward to. I might look over and say, "Hey, Shannon." Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. Who knows? We don't know what it's going to be like. We might know everybody and everything that's going on. I believe we will. I don't believe you'll know the ones that didn't come up in the clouds. I don't believe you'll know that. I don't believe you'll know them. Because if you did, it wouldn't be heaven. I don't believe you're going to know them. But I believe you can look over beside of you when we get in them clouds to meet Jesus in the air. And we're going to be so excited. I don't think you're going to be scared because you're in the air, in the clouds. I don't think you'll be scared whatsoever. No, there's going to be no fear there. It's just going to be all excitement. All excitement. Can you imagine what it's going to be like? Oh, wow. Awesome. We have so much to look forward to. So much. Because this is just our dressing room. We're just passing through this earth, trying to make it home. We're just getting ready, getting dressed, getting ready to meet the Lord in the air. Meet the Lord in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air. It's going to be awesome, awesome. So if you're not ready, let's get ready, because tomorrow is not promised to you. A lot of people say, "Oh, I might do it tomorrow. I'll wait till so-and-so, my wife or my husband, gets ready." Hey, tomorrow's not promised to you. Only today, right now, what you have right now. Your heart could stop in 5 minutes from now. You don't never know. We don't never know what's going to happen. Don't never know if a tornado's going to come over and hit us. Nowadays, you don't know if a comet's going to come down and hit us, you know, or if we're going to get bombed. We never know. There's no need to wait, because you're taking a really bad chance. If you're not living right, you're taking a bad chance. It's like playing with your soul. If you're not living right, if you're not a Christian, woo, that'd be scary, because you don't never know. I'd be scared from 1 minute to the next if I wasn't a Christian, if I was going to die here, or airplane going to fall in on me, or if I'm going to get hit head on and go out in a car. I'd be scared to even move, because I'd be afraid I was going to die, and I know where I'd be going if I wasn't a Christian. I know where I'd be going if I wasn't living a Christian life. And it's going to be horrible, y'all. So if you don't know the Lord, get to know Him. Let Jesus come to abide at your house today, like He did Zacchaeus. And let salvation come into your house. Even if it's just you. If it starts with you. If you get saved, ask Jesus come in your heart and forgive you for your sins. And you start living for the Lord, then you tell somebody, and then they would want Jesus to come into their heart, and they'll be a Christian. And it's like a dominoes effect would happen in your household, in your families, if you would do that. That's the way it happens usually. If one gets saved, then others will start getting saved. But it's got to take one to move. You can sit still and still be sitting there after Jesus comes back. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. And you still be sitting there waiting. It's too late then once that door shut. When God shut that door to that Noah's Ark there, when God shut the door, and when He shut that door, no man could open it back up. And you can imagine that the people outside, it's raining outside now, and I was thinking about it, like, they could hear it raining out there, and I bet the ones outside the ark, the big ship, whatever you want to call it, they were probably clawing on the wall, saying, "Open the door, let us in, open it." And they probably had bars under their fingernails where they were clawing at that ship trying to get in. But God shut the door. When God shuts the door, it's closed. No man's going to open it. That's it. It's over. And all those people outside the ark, they drowned. None of them was saved. The only one that was saved was Noah and his family, because they were the only one to get in the ark. But you know what? It wasn't Noah's fault. It wasn't Noah's fault that they all drowned out there and they was crying and screaming, wanting them to open the door and let them in. It wasn't his fault, because he preached to them, 100 years to get ready, and he probably begged them to get in the ship before, when they was getting on board. He was probably begging everybody to get in. They was probably laughing at him. Oh, we've heard this 100 years. Jesus is coming back. We've heard it all of our life. He got on there. It wasn't Noah's fault. He begged them to get on that ship, I'm sure, to get on board that ark. And when they started clawing, he probably sitting there and cried because they was all drowned outside. They was all drowned and he couldn't help them. But it wasn't his fault. His family's fault. They begged people to get on board, and they would not get on board. That's what we're doing here today. We're begging people to get their hearts right with God. Get on the ship right now, because the rapture's fixing. Where they got on the ark and the door shut, we're fixing to rise up to meet the Lord in the air, and the door be shut then. But it wasn't Noah's fault. He begged them and pleaded with them, preached to them to get on board, and they never did. And all those people drowned. All those people that didn't get on board, only Noah and his family was saved. And they had to replenish the whole earth because nobody wouldn't get on. They had just the family and the animals on board. Nobody else didn't want to get on board. That's a lot of people to not even one besides his family would listen to him and get on board. Not even a one. I bet he got, the Bible don't say it, but you know Noah probably got laughed at a lot during that time he was preaching and building that ark and telling the people it's going to rain. He probably got laughed and made fun of a whole lot, like people laughs at Christians today and preachers when they tell them, get your hearts ready that Jesus is coming. They get laughed at and made fun of all the time. Said, well, we've heard it 100 years. Jesus is coming. He ain't come yet. See, they told Noah that too. But look what happened. God shut the door. Noah didn't shut the door. If Noah had shut the door, he'd have probably wanted to open it again and let those people in when he heard them out there crying and everybody begging to get on the ship. He'd have probably opened the door again. That's probably why God had to shut it. Once God shut it, it was shut. No man could open it. But, you know, that's the way it is today, I believe. Once that door's shut, ain't no man going to open it. If you miss the rapture, you're just here for the 7-year tribulations. And if people can't live right now and go to heaven, they're not going to live right and go to heaven after the tribulation. It's so easy right now to say, Jesus, come in my heart and forgive me, but then you're going to be tortured and all this. And I don't see how in the world anybody could get saved through all that mess. It's going to happen. So, enough of that. I'm not going to go there. I don't get there. It's horrible. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here then. I'm going to be gone. We're going to meet Jesus in the air, and we're not going through that. All the Christians, all the sinners will be here. They'll be here. If you're a sinner, you'll be here in that tribulation if you don't get your heart right before Jesus calls us home, which can be any time. It could be right now, next 5 minutes. We don't know. Nobody didn't know when God was going to shut that door on that ark, did they? They didn't know it was fixing to start raining. They didn't know. I bet it was probably, I don't know, but I'm saying, this is my opinion. It just come to me. It was probably clouding up. Like for a sign. Look at all the signs we've got nowadays around us showing that Jesus is to come. Everything that's happening in this world, the signs. They probably had it. It might have been cloudy. Clouds might have started rolling in. But they still didn't pay no attention, did they? They all got left behind. All them people got left behind. And what happened? They drowned. Because they didn't get on board. But I know y'all gonna get on board. I know it. I just know it. And y'all gonna accept Jesus into your lives, and you're gonna go tell people that about Jesus, and others is gonna be saved. And like Zacchaeus, the Lord, let him come to your house today. That's all I'm gonna say about it now. And let like Zacchaeus, let God come to your house, abide in your house today. Let salvation come to your house today. Oh, hallelujah. And then tell us about it when it does. We want to hear about it. When you get saved and somebody else gets saved, come tell us. Let us know. We want to hear about it, okay? And I thank everyone for watching. Anybody else got anything to say before we say good night? I love y'all too. I see a lot of hearts going up. I love y'all too. I thank y'all again, and I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow if the Lord's will. And I'm still here. The rapture hasn't took place, and I'm still here. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. And thank you for watching. And I love y'all. Bye-bye.